So there's one other thing I want us to do today. I'm going to give this to you. Now that we've talked about why we have emotions, I want to talk about how we can break them down and understand them in the moment. So what you have in front of you is what's called a 3-component model. Have you ever seen something that looks like this before?
Nope. No.
Okay. So a lot of times when emotions get strong, they can start to feel kind of overwhelming. I always have this image in my mind of like a cartoon character with a storm cloud around its head, right? And the stronger the emotions get, the more difficult it can be to know what's going on in the moment or what we want to do about it.
Okay.
And so what we do with a 3-component model is we break the emotion down into the pieces that it's made up of. So every emotion, really every experience we have can be broken down into the 3 pieces you have there. There are thoughts. This is what's going through your mind, as if, we could read your thoughts. There's physical feelings. This is what you notice in your body, things like heart rate, temperature, muscle tension, that sort of thing. And finally, there's behaviors, what you do or what you feel like doing. And if we can break down our experience in the moment into these 3 pieces, sometimes it can start to feel a little bit more manageable. We start to have a clearer sense of what's happening in the moment, and then we can decide what we're going to do about that. So let's talk through an example. You gave me this situation that came up at work in the meeting. Do you want to use that again, or do you want to use a different one?
Sure. Let's do that.
All right, so let's make that our situation. You were in a meeting at work.
Okay.
And you said the emotion was anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay. Any others?
I guess angry because I felt like I wasn't being listened to. I was ignored.
Yeah, let's add that too.
Can I put that? Okay.
Good. All right, so then let's look at the thoughts bubble. And the key with the 3-component model is to be as specific as possible. So tell me what kind of thoughts you were having when you were in the meeting.
Why is nobody listening to me? Why isn't anybody asking me any questions? Why isn't anybody interacting with me? Yeah, I think.
Okay, let's go ahead and put those down. Those were very specific, very clear. So put those in the thoughts bubble.
Yeah.
And what do you think the answer to those questions is? How come no one's listening to you or paying attention to you?
I don't know. I mean, I tried speaking louder. I don't know. I mean, like, if I had the answer, I wouldn't be asking those questions, I don't think.
Yeah. Sometimes we ask ourselves a lot of questions as a way to avoid acknowledging something that we're really afraid to name out loud. So if it were me, for example, if I were having those thoughts, they would be hiding the thought that I don't have anything worthwhile to say. Are there any thoughts like that lurking under those questions?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it goes back to feeling less than, I suppose. I don't feel as important. So.
Okay. I think that's important to add. Like, I'm not as important as my coworkers.
You want to add? Oh, okay.
Let's talk about the physical sensations. What did you notice in your body during the meeting?
I was sweating. I felt very, very hot. I think my heart was going faster, and yeah, my palms were sweaty as well.
Okay, those are all very specific. Let's put them down.
I felt sick.
Yep. Okay, so you were hot, you were sweaty, your heart was beating faster, your palms specifically were sweating, and you were sick to your stomach. And what did you do in the meeting?
I mean, after nobody heard me it seemed like everybody ignored me. I just sat there, and I didn't say anything. I just sat there questioning what was going on in this moment, and nobody was.
Yep. So.
Didn't move. I didn't leave. I just.
Yep.
It's like I was paralyzed. I don't know.
So, yes. So you sat in silence. Let's put that down. And the other thing I want to put in behaviors is what you did mentally. It sounds like you questioned yourself, and you also did some of that seething we've been talking about. And so we're going to think about both of those things as behaviors too. Those are things you were kind of like doing with your brain while you were in this meeting. So let's go ahead and add those to the bubbles. All right, so this is our 3-component model. Any questions about how to break things down using this worksheet?
No questions.
Okay. This worksheet is really important because it's really foundational to everything else we're going to do together. We have skills to help us with thoughts, with behaviors, with physical feelings, and in order to use them effectively, we have to have a very clear sense of what's going on in a moment of high emotion. So this 3-component model is helpful in that in a moment, it helps us understand what's happening and break the experience down, and also because it's our jumping off point for using any of the other skills we're going to work on. So what I want you to do this week is practice using some of these 3-component models. I want you to do one a day and break down something that happens in the day. It can be a disagreement with your wife, something that happens at work, something that happens in traffic. I just want you to try doing one a day to get used to breaking things down into these pieces. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can think of something.